So in the end, I would have had to spend the night on the streets. There's no solution. I had no credit card, I had no money, but the police would have driven my mom home. But then again, she's out of it. She would have been afraid to go with them. You know, it's going to flash her back to being taken by the police to, you know, but she's, or the ambulance and police and going into mental hospitals and whatnot. I wouldn't have been with her, and if she acted up, she would have been gone to the hospital. So I would have been staying overnight. I'd have her phone. I'd never know what had happened to her, if she'd made it home or not. And that is reality. It's not drama queen. It's not melodramatic. It's reality, because we have an Omar. You understand? If there's no Omar, but there is an Omar. I'm not putting my dog to sleep, and you know what I mean? There's an Omar. And we have no car. If he has an emergency, us, 911, no problem. Not that I want that to happen to either of us for other important reasons, but I'm just saying in general, forever, it's been that way. But an emergency with Omar, it's this, you know, I've had problems getting him to the vets, even when I broke my foot, and then I have to travel obscene distance to get him to a specialist. I have to take buses and trains and commuter rails and everything, and then worry about something happening to him, and it's all revolves around Omar. And then there are taxis that won't even let you have the dog in the taxi or the Uber. I've heard about that. But they couldn't reach any taxis yesterday. Everyone was in a frenzy. Everyone was stressed. You could see it in their faces. I thanked them all profusely. I thanked the cop. I thanked everyone. Everyone didn't know what to do. What they were basically going to do, what we can do, Laura, the cop said to me, what we can do is we can't take you home. We're not allowed to have that dog in our cruiser. What we can do is we can go and knock on people's doors if you have an address for us. I said, I don't have the address, it's not out of it, but she was. She doesn't know anyone's address. We don't know where anyone lives, the church people, all our church friends. We don't know where anyone lives. No one. We would have been stranded. I would have been staying overnight, and hopefully something would have protected me so I didn't wind up raped or killed. I mean, that's all. There's plenty of homeless people, and they stay overnight, and they don't wind up raped or killed. They don't all look like me, though, you know. That's reality. Thankfully, I at least look, I'm big, like my homeless friend Sam said in Mar Vista. He said, even because I used to walk around at night all the time, and no one bothered me, so hopefully no one would have bothered me, and I would have survived, and, you know, not fun, but I do what I have to do. Anyway, he used to say, he's like, no one's going to bother you. You look like you could beat the shit out of anybody. He told me that, because I said, Hope's worried that something's going to happen to me when I'm walking at night all the time. Remember, I used to walk for miles drunk and miles walking in California and shit-faced and whatnot. I walked home twice maybe 3 times from the Chinese Theater in Hollywood all the way to Mar Vista, straight down Venice Boulevard. I did that more than once. I wasn't shit-faced because I'd sobered up, but, you know. The thing is, last night would have been okay. My dog's safe. That's it. We were stranded. No one called us. In the end, there was one more people on her phone that I was kind of afraid to call. I don't really know them, and sometimes my mom has cried that the wife can be a little abrasive towards my mom, and like my mom was at a Bible study and she was going like that, and she was very embarrassed, and I guess the woman said, "Why are you doing that?" You know, it's like, but in any case, they came through for us. They answered the phone. And they did what they came farther, like, because they know it's an emergency. I'm like, I'm gonna be homeless overnight with Omar, and the police will drive my mom home. I really didn't want a cruiser to go next door. This woman had done so much for us. Do you think I wanted them to know at the door, they're stranded, can you go get them? They might have been in bed by that time. It was getting later and later. It was after 9. That's my reality. And nothing could have been different. Even if I had a credit card, what would that have done? What would that have done? I could possibly find a place that will no, I have no carrier for Omar. No. I wound up stranded there to save my dog. It's that simple. Stranded to save my dog. That's it. I wound up in the streets of LA for a week because I got my dog from Donald and his mother. That's reality. It's not pretty, but it's the truth. There was nothing I could have done differently. Even if I could have found my credit card, the best that would have happened is if it was a different situation, if Omar wasn't like struggling and screaming, or if I could trust my mom to hold him for a second, I could have got dressed and not been in tiny little shorts. I could have put shoes on and I could have spent a few minutes finding my credit card. But that wouldn't help me. No hope. I don't even know where I was. I would have had to stay homeless overnight, and that's it. That's it. We did 7 days in California. We can do one night here.